welcome to another reading for the Divine Collective for the Twin Flames. And again, I'm using the Mutant Tarot, the Psychic Tarot, and the Romance Angels. And we are going to see how the collective is doing this week. And of course, it's a timeless reading, so whenever you click on this link, it will show you where you are on your journey right now. But before we start, I have some amazing news. I did create a new YouTube channel. I didn't upload any videos yet, but there's a lot planned. It's called Magique Soul Ascension Coaching, and there will be several coaching videos about different kind of twin flames. For example, I'm going to analyze the astrology, birth charts, and synastry, and composites charts of some celebrities where some people think that they may or may not be twin flames. I want to find out if that is true or not. So we're going to do that. And also I'm going to talk about manifesting, especially if it goes wrong, if you accidentally manifest something, or you have experienced some kind of trauma and that manifested in some kind of crisis. And there was nice grammar. I was thinking about analyzing what may have happened with Britney Spears in her teenage years, that she actually manifested being stripped of the power of choosing anything for herself and having somebody else in charge of her, and now she's finally finding it. I have to admit, I am not one who is very well adept when it comes to celebrity news. I don't watch any gossip. I never bought a gossip magazine in my life or anything like that, so I would have to do some research on that. But I want to demonstrate to you how things we experience and not heal and not process manifest in our life, and unfortunately that can manifest some things we don't want on autopilot, but on a higher soul level that was wanted because it was some kind of protection maybe from something. And I think that is important to know, because if you want to manifest something for your future, you have to see if you have believing systems that are holding you back, because you cannot manifest anything in the future if there's believing systems holding you back. And for that, I want to analyze things like that, because it's important for me that you realize that there may be some blocks that are holding you back. And if I do it on with examples, then maybe you still find some patterns for yourself, even if it's not as dramatic as it was for Britney Spears, for example, or whatever other situations I will come up with. Because again, if you want to manifest a clear, nice future, the past needs to be cleared first. Yeah, so that is going to be some of the things I'm going to talk in my new channel, Magique Soul Ascension Journey. And another thing that I'm very excited about is that I finally finished my class, my online class for mastermind.com, and it is a seminar that would help you use the energy of your twin flame, if you have one, or another beloved soul, romantic or not, dead or alive, in order to heal some unprocessed, or transcend, I should rather say, some unprocessed trauma. And maybe you have worked on things again and again and again and again, and you're frustrated because you just cannot finally get over that, and you know that that is in the way between you and a reunion, because you can only get to a reunion once the old stuff is completely cleared. And if you did not manage to develop over a specific point, then I did create this course. It is called something like Use the Energy of Your Twin Flame or Another Beloved Person to Transcend Unhealed Trauma, or Batman. You can use Batman. And it's a class that is consistent of 5 modules, and I'm going to talk a lot about healing or transcending trauma and things in the past that happened and that are still needs to be purged. So if you're interested in that, you will find the information below. I learned this technique in hypnosis. Basically, when I had my hypnosis training, I am a licensed hypnosis therapist, but I tweaked it a bit because the traditional way did not really help me. So I found a way that really helped me clear some of the worst traumatic experiences in my life, and yeah, in this class I'm sharing them with you. So again, if you're interested, you will find the information below. But now we are going to get to your reading. I just need a sip of tea first. Okay, I just did last week's reading a couple of minutes ago. Quite interesting. If you haven't seen it yet, maybe you want to check it out, especially if you want to know how the masculine is doing, because Spirit was talking about a lot about the masculine in this last reading. But now, Spirit, this twin flame collective I'm channeling for in this meeting might be a whole different collective. What's going on with them? Let me know. Oh, nothing. Oh. Okay. It's I want another card, sorry. Right now, this card is talking about inactivity, and then we have the Hermit. Two very passive cards, which tell me that there's probably not so much going on in the outside. And for some of you, maybe you have neglected working on yourself with this card, and you're called to work more on that with the Hermit energy, to do some kind of self-reflecting. It is a card that can talk about communication to the others, to spirit, for example, meditation, because this deck is called Oisin, the traveler of the other world. And the other world, to me, it can indicate meditating, self-reflecting, connecting more to spirit. You see the ray of lights coming down there, and with this card maybe you have neglected that, and this is why nothing has happened for a while. So if this is not you, if you are in a lot of contact, then please check out another one of my collective readings. I do have many amazing ones. This one is not for you. This one is specifically for people where there has been nothing going on for a while. Okay, and but with the Hermit, Hermit is, look, we got an 8, an 8 and 9, so there is some kind of progress going on. And the Hermit, the number 9, is also the ending of some kind of cycle. But first of all, it's important to connect more to spirit, to do your work again, if it's meditation, whatever it is. But you are definitely called to get out of this inactivity mode. Yeah. Oh. Okay. This collective, not the easiest energy, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, because right now we're seeing what to do to get you out of that. So don't click off if you say, oh no, I'm so frustrated, I don't want to hear it. Only click off if it's not your message. If you are in super contact with your person, it's not your message. However, if the first two things resonated and you just don't want to hear it, please stay tuned, because again, it's important to me to coach in, because I want to give you tools to get out of that. Okay. The divine feminine, I feel I'm talking to you, however you are, feminine, masculine. Usually the listener is the feminine, and we do have the mother of wands here. I'm feeling like she is absolutely overwhelmed by this connection, maybe even thinking about ending it because nothing has happened. I would not advise you to do so. I mean, always listen to your own inner gut feeling, but I've got the feeling that if you would try to end this, then it would not be because, yeah, it would be from ego kind it would come from an ego point, because there is stuff to learn here, and if you try to not learn things, then I'm sorry, you won't get to your goal. It doesn't matter if it's with this person or the next. Spirit will send you 20 people, 20 guys, one after the other. If you constantly try to get out of your learning process, then you will get the next chance with the next guy and the next one and the next one and the next one, until you finally realize, okay, I need to do something. I'm getting that the divine, or not divine feminine in this case, the feminine is a bit overwhelmed, because the Mother of Wands can talk about being a bee, being like, like my way or the highway, like trying to manipulate. And the higher energy of the divine, of the Mother of Swords, is setting healthy boundaries, being creative, taking charge of a situation. But the unhealthy is about trying to manipulate or dominate a situation. And I'm getting more like that, because look at the other cards that we have here, right? This card, it is called torture, or like feeling unable to do anything. It's being tortured or feeling tortured because of the lack of power, the lack of control about the situation. And this card can talk about, yeah, but I want to take control, but this is not how these situations work. And as long as you try to control the situation, the longer you will have to wait, because we got two cards are waiting here. We got the Hermit and the Hanged Man, and both cards are talking about inactivity. And kind of like, this card to me more signifies that your higher self is keeping your person away from you, not to punish you. That's very important. Not to punish you, not because your higher self doesn't want this connection, but because you have not yet managed to get to this point in order to attract that. And the Hanged Man is more like, Spirit is like, no, we have to pause this, because there's, with Death card here, some things that needs to end first, that needs to heal first. And I'm sensing with Death that can talk about endings, that this feminine here may be like, no, I don't want to do my work. I just want to blame the other person for not coming. And that is why I just want to finish this, because if he's not doing what I want him to do, then I don't want this anymore. But this is not how these connections work. Not ever, not ever, not in a million years, not right now. These connections only work by surrendering to the divine, and by letting go. And letting go does not mean giving up. It's a whole different story. Letting go is not giving up. Letting go is letting go of trying to control the situation. It's letting go of the pain and the obsession maybe with your person. Not about, you can still think about your person, that's perfectly fine. It's just, what's your mental diet is important on how you think about your person. If you focus on your person not being there, you only manifest your person staying away. If you focus on your person not treating you with respect, you only manifest that your person will not treat you with respect. If instead you shift that focus on, I'm working on myself, I leave this connection be for what it is right now. I don't try to change it right now. I just try to change myself like a phoenix, to rise from the ashes and step into self-worth. Then that is what you get mirrored back. If you are in self-worth, and not like a toxic kind of self-worth, like, oh, if he's not doing what I want, then I'm worth better. That we're not talking about that, because that's not an unhealed place. It needs to come from a healed and balanced and peaceful, that's the key word here, from a peaceful place. Then your person can mirror that back to you. So letting go is letting go of control in order to focus on yourself, to get to this more peaceful energy. And you see we have two cards where there's a ray of lights from heaven shining down, which also indicates that Spirit kind of like advises you to stay in this connection, because they want to guide you the way. But first you have to listen and to get into this receptive mode in order to be guided by them, instead of trying to guide the situation yourself. Sorry, I need a sip of tea, because there's a lot of pain going on because of this inactivity. But again, the focusing on the inactivity, unfortunately, is manifesting more activity and no progress. If you want progress, you need to stop focusing on your person not reaching out. There's amazing channels on YouTube that are talking about how to manifest your person. I like Unseen Seraph, for example. Amazing channel. Check her out, Unseen Seraph. And she has amazing videos on how to perform a mental diet, because again, you can manifest your person, but not if you manifest on what you don't want. Because the more you manifest on what you don't want, separation, the more you manifest that. Instead, you should focus on how does it feel to be with your person. Try to visualize, not how you get together, but you already are together and you're celebrating, I don't know, like your 2nd anniversary, for example. What would that be like? That is what you visualize. And when you talk to your person in your mind, you can do that, but not like, oh, when are you finally reaching out, and I'm so mad at you, and if you don't reach out by then you can't stay gone for forever. That's the unhealed version of the Mother of Wands. You talk to your person like, more like, oh, I'm so glad you're always reaching out to me. I'm so glad we're connected. You know, like your person is actually sitting right next to you. That is how you talk to your person in your mind. And if your person would be sitting next to you, you wouldn't be like, oh, when are you reaching out? Because the person would be like, what do you mean? I'm sitting right next to you, right? So you focus, instead of separation, you focus on being together, on connection, and then you can finally manifest that connection. Because again, with the Death card, there needs to be an end to the old way. There needs to be an end to just waiting and suffering because of the waiting. You don't wait. And by that, again, I don't mean go chasing. You use that time for yourself instead of just hoping that something will change by itself, because it won't. I can promise you that it won't change by itself if you don't do the work. The faster you do the work, the faster you will draw your person in. And I know I'm being very blunt, hate me or don't, but I mean well, because I want you to get there. But I know that when you are in this energy, maybe you need this kick in your butt in order to finally get up and do your work. It's important to do your work in order to get to your goal. Let's check the other deck. What else the Spirit wants to tell this specific collective. And I'm just feeling drawn, like, love yourself first. This card is just like lying on top. It was from the last reading. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And what does it mean when you are attractive? Think of the word attractive. You attract people. You attract your counterpart. So you have to be in self-love to be attractive, to attract. A distorted feminine cannot attract a healed counterpart. Only a distorted counterpart who's playing games and who's not emotionally available. Well, that's a lot. Yeah, something needs to change. Financial, material change. Material, I often just don't always read like money-wise, but something in your life, your real tangible life, needs to change. Oh, those are interesting cards. Come on. Okay, this is amazing. You will love the next cards. So this is current energy that you need to let go of, and these cards tell us where will it lead once you do that. And this is amazing. So again, these are only happening once you accepted this phase and done the purging. Okay, then you can get here, not before that. Sorry for being blunt again, but it's how it is. Amazing cards. Okay, the first one is patience and planning. Okay, so it does require some kind of patience, and patience does not mean that it has to take long. Patience is an inner state of calmness, of being at peace, and that inner state is required in order to attract it faster. So the more patient, like truly patient you are, not just like pretending to be patient or like thinking you're patient when you're anxious underneath, but patience will attract it faster. So then, and I see we do have another 7, the crown chakra, which is talking again. Here you see the ray of lights, and you are called to connect to spirits, to connect to your higher self. And here we do have this connection. So this is, if you do the work, you will get this connection. Then we've got material and spiritual prosperity, and it's funny because that card comes right after this. It's the 5 of Pentacles and 6 of Pentacles. Here we do have the change, and then we have the prosperity. And right underneath, I just saw we do have the Ace of Cups. Oh my God. And the 2 of Cups, which is the spiritual union. So there is union here, and it's not the only union card. We do have more. I already saw those cards. But again, need to get out of the harsh energy to get to the light. So we do have the balance. This card can talk about, it's number 6. 6 is inner balance that needs to be restored. Then we do have power, to step into your power, but not distorted power. Not like I need to take charge, but I am in my own power. I am happy the way I am right now. And then we do have the Ace of Swords. Aces are always amazing because it's talking about new beginnings. And I just saw batteries running low before we get connected. 4 of Wands. This is union. Okay, so the Ace of Swords is talking about epiphanies, triumph, and success. But again, it won't come for free. You have to work for it by connecting to spirit, by connecting to your higher self. Then you will get this epiphanies, you will get this success, you will get the Ace of Cups. Look, we have 2 aces, which is amazing. Ace of Cups followed by 2 of Cups. I mean, this is freaking amazing. Okay, spiritual union. So we do have union here, and then we do have the 4 of Wands in this deck called Foundation and Achievements, number 4 of Wands. But this is coming home. It's union. So we do have 2 cards of unions and 2 aces, new beginnings, and it's a spiritual union, meaning, yeah, it's a soul connection. It's amazing. Let's see, before we get disconnected, to get these cards. I'm so happy that you got those cards. I mean, the beginning was a bit meh. I admit it. I admit it. Those were not dream cards. Yeah, okay. Look, we got religious factors, and we do see the crown here. So crown chakra basically implied twice. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Some people read it often like, oh, you and your twin flame have different religions. I don't, except maybe that would be my question if I wanted to ask something going in that direction. But I see it like spiritual path. Your love life is influenced by your spiritual path, meaning go your path, walk your path. If you want to get to the end, you have to go the path, you have to walk it, meaning again, you will get united once the timing is right. And the timing, patience, doesn't matter. It's not about timing, it's about the inner energy, and the quicker you get into the inner energy, the quicker you get to union. Okay, so again, this is spirit, very spiritual connection. I mean, we knew that from the beginning with the Hermit and the Hanged Man, 2 very spiritual cards. We got spiritual union. Ace of Swords is a very spiritual card because swords are also, especially the ace, is connected to the crown chakra. And then here we got the crown chakra as well. In my other deck, I feel very much called to show you this card right now. I just hope I will find it before we get disconnected. But it's, I don't know, spirit just popped that card into my mind. And I wanted to show it to you. It came out. There we go. Look, this is the Ace of Swords in this deck. And again, you see the crown. It's the crown chakra. It's the illuminated crown chakra that we have here, that we have going on. And for that, the Hanged Man and Hermit's face is important, because you don't get connection usually when you just do whatever. You need to get into silence. Codependency, maybe that is something that still needs to be cleared, that you are making your happiness too dependent on the other person. The other person is the reward. It's only the reward, not yeah, you don't get the reward before you earned it. Oop. Amazing. So there may be some red flags, okay? Yeah, and deception. So there may be some things of that still going on with codependency, but again, these cards, very similar, show me that as long as this energy is there, spirit is keeping you apart, and as soon as this is cleared, We got calling in your soulmate. You call in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help you bring you together. This is what I said in the beginning. If you visualize or constantly focus on your person not being there, this is what you manifest. But if you pray, and remember, praying not, oh, please send me my person, because again, this is lack. When you pray, right, you say, thank you, Spirit, for uniting with my person. I am so glad that we get to walk this road together. I'm so blessed to have this person in my life. This is the best thing that has ever happened to me. I thank you, Spirit, for guiding us. This is how you pray. You thank. You don't demand and you don't beg. Universe won't read that. If you beg, they think you want what you focus on, what you vibrate, okay? Affirmations, amazing. Do your affirmation work. Visualizations, again, visualize your person already is with you. And you know what I just saw? Here we got victory. We got triumphant success and victory. So, wow, that took quite a turn, an amazing turn, very amazing turn. Then the cards here, they kind of like just confirmed everything we had first. We have the negative cards followed by the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards, calling in your soulmate. And we got the union. So those are amazing cards. I hope this really, really, really gave you the kick in your butt in order to do your work. Okay? I wish you all the best. By the way, if you need help, I already said it, if you need help to clear all trauma, I am available for personal readings. Also, you can check out my mastermind class on transforming trauma, transforming old wounds, and you can even use the energy of your beloved person to do so, or any other beloved person or fictional character. Even I explain in the seminar how and why this is possible. Okay, this is it for now. If it resonated, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Leave comments. That helps me a lot to grow my channel. Check out my new channel, Magique Soul Ascension Coaching, where we'll post videos on twin flame soulmate astrology, manifestation, and all other stuff, how spirit talks to you, and so on. I have planned so much. I have probably like 20 videos on my to-do list for that channel. I wish you all the best. Now, bye bye.